Life Agent Exam Number 5. A disability income policy social insurance supplement or SIS benefit rider provides a payment only when the insured is totally disabled, but not receiving any social insurance benefit plans. A health maintenance organization or HMO plan contains cost by promoting preventative care. Renewable term insurance can best be described as a level death benefit with an increase in premium. The basic feature of managed care indemnity plans is that the participants select a provider and submit claims to the insurance company. How do rights of an irrevocable beneficiary differ from those of a revocable beneficiary? An irrevocable beneficiary has a vested right that neither the policy owner nor his creditors can impair without the beneficiary's consent. What recourse does an insurer have if a violation of material warranty on the part of the insured is discovered? Rescission of the policy. Which of the following describes an insurer who has enough financial resources only to provide for its liabilities and for the reinsurance of outstanding risks? Insolvent. All of the following statements about the election of life insurance policies settlement options are true, except when no settlement option is chosen, the proceeds are automatically paid to the policy owner's estate. What is the purpose of key persons insurance? To cover decreased business earnings due to the death of a key employee. What would be the insurance commissioner's most likely course of action if an applicant for the insurance license had a previous application for a professional license denied for a cause by any licensing authority within 5 years of the date of filing? Deny the application without a hearing. An insured bought a $150,000 non-participating whole life policy many years ago. He is 100 years old today. He's never borrowed from the policy's cash value and has faithfully made all of the payments when due. The policy's cash value is $150,000. An intentional concealment entitles the insured party to which course of action? Rescission of the contract. Loss retention is an effective risk management technique when all of the following conditions exist except the probability of loss is unknown. A disability policy described as guaranteed renewable is one where the insurance company reserves the right to change the premiums but may not change any of its terms. When the parties to a contract required to communicate information solely based on personal judgment for a matter in question, only when it is relevant. Which statement is true regarding Medicare supplement insurance plans? Insurers may offer policies that contain only the core benefits. The guaranteed insurability option provides the ability to purchase additional insurance regardless of insurability. Which type of insurance guarantees the right to renew the policy each year, regardless of health, but at an increased premium? Renewable term. What is required when an applicant reveals conditions that require more information? Attending physician statement. R.W. and Associates is an agency which represents BLG Insurance Corporation. R.W. and Associates may leave the name BLG Insurance Corporation in its advertisements, by clearly stating the relationship between the two businesses in any of the following ways except R&W Associates Underwriting for BLG Insurance Corporation. The probationary period in a group health policy is intended for people who join the group after the policy effective date. Which provision will pay a portion of the death benefit prior to the insured's death due to serious illness? Accelerated death benefit. An individual with a low income and high insurance needs to buy An individual with low income and high insurance needs should buy term insurance. An example of a third-party administrator is an outside organization that processes claims for an employer's self-funded plans. A form of rest or relief offered to a family member who are caring for a person who requires continual care is respite care. All of the following statements about contingent beneficiaries are true except the contingent beneficiary shares death proceeds equally with the primary beneficiary. The payer rider on a juvenile life policy provides that if the payer dies or becomes disabled before the insured juvenile reaches the age specified on the policy, the insurer will make the payments until the insured juvenile reaches the specified age. The insured is totally and permanently disabled. The insured's policy continues in force without the payment of a premium because the policy contains a waiver of premium provision. All of the following statements about survivorship life insurance are true except the policy face amount is paid out only upon the death of the first insured to die. If an insurer is not able to meet financial obligations when due, the insurer would be considered insolvent. What does the insurance commissioner have the right to do if an agent lacks authority from an insurer named on the binder for coverage? Suspend or revoke the license of the agent. Which definition of disability is the most difficult for an insured worker to satisfy? The total disability definition used by the Social Security Administration. People commonly purchase an annuity to protect against risk of outliving their financial resources. In the event of an accidental death, the principal sum in a disability policy will be paid in one lump sum. Which of the following statements about the HICAP program is false? HICAP provides assistance for a fee based upon ability to pay. So that's not true. The things it actually does are to it stands for Health Insurance Counseling Advocacy Program, and it serves people needing information about Medicare, and it does not sell or induce any specific types of insurance. Why is having a large number of similar exposure units important to the insurers? The greater the number insured, the more accurately the insurer can predict losses and set appropriate premiums. The insured aged 65 owns a $100,000 non-participating whole life policy. The policy is paid up as of today. When would the cash value reach $100,000? At age 100. A measure for rating an individual's need for LTC benefit is called activities of daily living. In order to receive the principal sum benefit for death from a disability policy, the death must occur within a specified number of days after the injury. Which of the following are commonly covered by medical expense policies? Accidental injuries. A health insurance deductible is the amount of covered expenses that the insured pays before the insurer pays. According to the California Insurance Code, an insured's policy must specify all of the following except the financial rating of the insurer. Which of the following expenses is never covered by an LTC insurance policy? Hospital acute care unit. Which of the following is a hazard? A condition that might increase the likelihood of a loss occurring. A hospital confinement indemnity insurance policy pays the daily benefit covered amount stated in the policy for each day the insured is confined to the hospital. When a licensed agent submits a renewal application with applicable fee on or before the expiration date, the agent will be able to operate for up to 60 days after the specified expiration date. A provision stating that health insureds and their insurers will share covered losses in an agreed proportion is called coinsurance. Common life insurance policy riders include all of the following except extended term. Term insurance is typically characterized by low premiums and no cash value. A $50,000 whole life policy with a cash value of $10,000 has been in force for 11 years. The policy owner is unable to continue the premium payments. Which of the following describes the reduced paid-up non-forfeiture option? The cash value is used to purchase a $20,000 paid-up policy. What would we call a representation which fails to correspond with its stipulations or assertions? False. In the state of California, providing free insurance coverage in connection with the sale of services as an inducement for completing the transaction is not legal. The adjustments that an insurer makes in a cash value account in a universal life policy each time a payment is made includes all of the following except subtract the policy surrender charges. The Employee Retirement Income Security Act of 1974, or ERISA, mandates requiring plan sponsors to provide participants with plan descriptions and benefit statements. Which of the following requires a reporting company to respond to a consumer's complaint that his file contains inaccurate information about him? Fair Credit Reporting Act. Under an individual health guaranteed renewal contract, the insurer has the right to change premiums for the same class insured. All of the following statements about Social Security disability benefits are true except benefits are designed to replace the entire amount of a worker's earnings. Under COBRA, a qualifying event ensures that an employee who loses coverage can elect to continue coverage. Under Social Security, the definition of disability is the inability to engage in any substantial gainful activity. Which of the following statements about LTC is correct? The very poor and the very rich probably do not need LTC coverage. Which of the following is a true statement regarding the Social Security Program, or OASDHI? The program provides only a minimum floor of income. Individuals are expected to supplement this with their own personal programs. The insured's policy has a deductible that is applied between the exhaustion of basic plan limits and the commencement of excessive coverage. This is called a corridor deductible. What makes up the entire contract in a life insurance policy? The policy and when attached, the application. Each of the following terms is an important characteristic of a major medical policy except capitation. In California, the minimum participation requirement for a contributory large group health insurance plan is 75% of eligible employees. Which of the following is a correct statement about life insurance policy types? The initial premium for term insurance is lower than the initial premium for whole life insurance. During the disability elimination period, no benefits are payable. A provision stating that the insured and the insurer will share covered costs in an agreed proportion is called co-insurance. While an insurer is paying the premium for a life insurance policy under the waiver of the premium rider, the policy remains in full force in every respect. Medicare Part A provides coverage for all of the following except physicians' services. According to the California Insurance Code, all insurers must maintain a department to investigate possible fraudulent claims from the insureds. Which of the following is a type of deductible that charges the insured after basic medical benefits have been paid out and before other medical coverage begins? Corridor deductible. Which of these statements concerning Medicare is not true? Part C provides long-term care benefits. Concerning Part B of Medicare, which of the following is incorrect? It's paid entirely by FICA, Social Security, payroll taxes. From the list of descriptions below, select one that is not eligible for Medicare. The answer is all of the above are eligible. So the possible answers are a person who has been entitled to Social Security benefits for 24 months, a person who has reached 65, is willing to pay a premium but is not eligible for Social Security, and a person who has reached 65 and is eligible for Social Security. All of the above. Hospice care provides services for patients who are terminally ill. In the Medicare system, the services provided by doctors and surgeons are covered by Part B, and there is a charge for coverage. So those are the two answers. It's doctors and surgeons are covered by Part B, and there is a charge for the coverage. A person reaches age 65 and is currently covered under her employer's health plan. She elects to take Medicare coverage by rejecting her employer's plan. This still keeps the company plan primary. False. Which of these statements is not true with regard to insurers and policies that provide Medicare supplement coverage? The insurers are prohibited from any exclusion for all pre-existing conditions. Which of the following is not allowable by code in connection with the sale of Medicare supplement policies? Offer only broader plans. Medicare covers which of the following in order to provide long-term care for the elderly? Very limited nursing home coverage. Choose the correct statement about long-term care insurance. Those who are very rich or very poor are not in need of long-term care coverage. There is a type of benefit that pays the cost of relief given to a caregiver of a person who requires constant care and supervision. What type of care is this called? Respite care. Long-term care policies can be sold in various ways. Which of the following is one of these ways? As part of a life insurance policy through the use of an endorsement. Pick from the following choices the feature of a long-term care policy that would have the highest premium. Long benefit period and short elimination period. Which of the following categories of benefits are not covered in a long-term care policy? Acute care coverage in a hospital. Any long-term care policy sold in California must provide for certain benefits. Select the most correct answer describing these benefits from the choices below. Institutional care and home care. Long-term care policies that deliver benefits for community-based or home care services must include which of the following? It's all three of these and must include respite care, hospice care, and home health care services. Which of the following is false about the marketing of long-term care insurance according to the code? They may require hospital stays of certain lengths to be satisfied before benefits are provided. Health Insurance Counseling Advocate Program, or HICAP, HICAP, provides assistance to the public on a fee basis if the person requiring assistance is financially able to pay. That's false. There is no fee. Which of the following covers the costs associated with one stipulated illness? Specified disease. An agent advertising on the internet must include all of the following in the advertisement except the agent's business telephone number. The Medical Leave Act, or FMLA, covers all of the following except expenses incurred due to traveling with a partner that has been transferred abroad. All of the following are classed by the American Disabilities Act, or ADA, as life activities except running. FMLA provides how many paid weeks time off? 0. The seamless delivery of medical and indemnity benefits for both occupational and non-occupational injuries and illness is a definition of 24-hour coverage. In California, after January 2002, the definition of health insurance includes all of the following types of coverage except accidental death and dismemberment coverage. A group health plan third-party administrator might do any of the following except pay policy owner premiums. Unintentional concealment entities to the insured party to which course of action. Rescission of the contract. When may a representation be withdrawn? Only before the insurance is in effect. A significant benefit to the insured in group underwriting versus individual is the cost of coverage is lower. What kind of insurance pays medical benefits only in the event the insured suffers from one stipulated disease? Specified disease. How long must a life agent maintain records regarding policies sold in this state? 5 years. The purpose of laws regarding the replacement of life and annuity contracts includes all of the following except to protect the interest of life insurers and their agents. All of the following would fall under a category of adverse underwriting decision except failure of the agent to submit the application to the insurance company. What is the transplant donor benefit in a disability income policy? A provision that considers the insured to be disabled if donating a body organ. In order to obtain group insurance without providing eligibility of insurability, what do eligible individuals generally have to do? Enroll within a specified eligibility period. What is the purpose of rehabilitation provision in a disability income policy? To encourage disabled insureds to return to their original occupations. An agent who acts as an insurance agent, broker, solicitor, life agent, or bail agent acts in which capacity when handling premiums or returning premiums for an insured? Fiduciary. A measure of rating an individual's needs for long-term care benefits is called activities of daily living. In order to determine the amount of premium an insured will pay, the insurer multiplies the rate by the number of exposure units. Viatical settlements are accomplished through the use of absolute assignment. What rights do individuals have if they disagree with the decision on the amount Medicare will pay? They ask a Medicare carrier to review the decision. What is the tax treatment for individual disability income policies? A non-deductible premiums and tax-free benefits. The conversion privilege allows a person to change coverage from a group policy to an individual policy. All of the following statements about qualified pension plans are true except employer contributions are taxable to employees in the year they are contributed. What provision prevents a family from receiving benefits from two separate group policies with the same medical expense? Coordination of benefits. Self-funding of employee benefit plans cannot be used for death benefits. Which of the following coverages is not one of the three traditional benefits of group basic medical expense plan? Private nursing expense. The additional premium charged by an insurer for adding the accidental health benefit to a whole life policy does not affect the policy's cash value. What is the written instrument called in which the insurance contract is set forth? The policy. Which non-forfeiture option uses cash surrender values to purchase paid-up term insurance for the full face amount of the policy? Extended term insurance. What is the difference between a defined contribution plan and a defined benefit plan? The penalties for early distribution. A life agent's records must include all of the following except printed material in general use which has been distributed by the insurer. A worker dies while he is credited with 6 quarters in the last 13-quarter period. What status does this worker have under Social Security? Currently insured. A return premium rider is a rider that provides for the periodic return of percentage of premiums that have been paid if the insured becomes and remains disabled. An agent's appointment with an insurer will be continued if all of the following circumstances exist, except another insurer submits an employment application. Social Security provides protection against the financial consequences of all of the following except poor investments. Which retirement plan utilizes non-deductible contributions? Roth IRAs. Wellness benefits under a health maintenance organization or HMO typically includes all of the following except fluoride treatments. All of the occurrences listed below are examples of an insurable event as defined by the California Insurance Code, except an insured suffers a financial loss in the state lottery. The Social Security normal retirement age depends upon the worker's year of birth. The complete transfer by the existing owner of all rights in an insurance policy to another person is absolute assignment. Which retirement plan was designated for employees of public school systems? TSA. Which settlement option allows only the death benefit earnings to be paid to the beneficiary? Interest option. In the absence of a coordination of benefits clause, all of the following circumstances might result in the recovery of more than 100% of actual healthcare expenses, except a worker's medical plan includes a carryover deductible provision. All of the following apply to the life insurance cost of living rider, except the face value of the policy raises or lowers the cost of living index, increases or decreases. So that's the face of the policy raises or lowers as the cost of living index increases or decreases. So that's not true. The ones that are true are there is an additional premium for the additional coverage. No evidence of insurability is required for the annual increases in coverage. And the insured receives an automatic increase in the policy's death benefit when there's an increase in cost of living. So it's not an increase of the face value, but it is an increase of the death benefit. The Social Security blackout period ends when the surviving spouse reaches the age of 60. The Social Security blackout period begins when the youngest child turns 16. Retirement benefits under Social Security are available only for workers who are fully insured. In which plans do employers make specific contributions to an employee's retirement account? Defined benefit plans. Traditional comprehensive major medical plans include all of the following except first dollar coverage. In a 7-year vesting schedule, what percentage of employer contributions must be vested after 7 years of service? 100%. A representation in an insurance contract qualifies as which of the following? An implied warranty. A policyholder stops making payments in a 20-pay life policy and converts the cash surrender value to extended term insurance. All of the followings are true except the term policy will have the same loan value as the original policy. So that's not true. Identify which of the following is not a principal factor used to determine group disability income rates. Location of the insured entity. Which non-forfeiture option uses an existing policy's cash value to purchase a paid-up policy with a lower face value than the original policy? Reduced paid-up insurance option. A husband and wife work for different companies. The husband works for ABC company and the wife works for XYZ company. Each has group health insurance coverage from their own employer that also insures the spouse. Both plans have a coordination of benefits clause. Which of the following statements is true regarding the coordination of benefits clause for the medical services covered by the group policies? The husband receives medical care XYZ. The group insurer is secondary. The husband receives medical care. XYZ group insurer is secondary. Okay. The commonly used 30, 60, 90, and 180 disability terminology refers to the number of days for which no benefits are payable. Each of the following terms is an important characteristic of major medical policy, except capitation fee. HMOs are involved in all of the following except, emphasizing the use of specialty physicians. End of exam 5 life.